Hey YouTube, this is Cold Guns and Freedom. Just wanted to walk you through cleaning my Colt Defender 1911 45 caliber. This is my everyday carry gun. Some people think that a 1911 is too big of a gun to carry. I find it's just perfect. It's slim, packs a punch. I love 45 caliber pistols. I love the 1911 platform. Started off with polymer pistols, still own a few, but nothing beats the quality and craftsmanship and reliability of a good 1911 in my opinion. This particular one I've fitted with a TLR 6 from Streamlight. This is a combination laser and light. You can see, not the most powerful light in the world, but it's a compact package, and it increases my accuracy in low light conditions. The holster that I use is from White Hat holsters. You can find them online. I purchased a couple of belts and a couple of holsters from them over the years. The quality is very, very good. And it's an extremely comfortable holster to wear. So there's that. And this one is fitted to accommodate the Streamlight here. And this Colt Defender didn't come with a rail. So I was... this was the best option for me as far as a tactical light and laser combination. Haven't had to change the batteries. It's been a couple of years since I purchased the Streamlight. I should probably just go ahead and change them for preventative maintenance anyway. So anyway, let's go ahead and get this broken down and get it cleaned. Struggled there for a second. Sometimes that happens with 1911s. It just got hung up. But now that I got it unstuck, go ahead and take this thing apart. It's a 3-inch barrel. It's been a little while since I've cleaned this thing. It's a bull barrel. Does not have the bushing in front, which my other two 1911s that I own, my Kimbers, they do have the bushing, and it requires this little tool, unless you trust your fingers enough and manage to avoid taking a recoil spring in the eye. That is the one drawback to 1911s, is that they can be a little bit finicky when it comes to takedown, but after you've done it several times, you eventually get used to it, and it goes a little bit smoother. Although you couldn't tell by the way I was taking this thing down. So anyway, as you can see, like I said, 3-inch barrel, very short, Colt 45. This particular gun is extremely accurate for being a 3-inch barrel. I don't have any fancy sights on it, just the regular 3 dots. They are not night sights. The rear is adjustable for windage. Out of the box, this thing was pinpoint accurate. I've never had to adjust the sights. These are, of course, aftermarket grips. I can't remember the company I purchased these from. It was from Amazon. I think if you just put skeletonized metal grips 1911 into Amazon, something similar to this should pop up. They do have a very, very positive grip. I like them. All my 1911s, I put the Pachmayr finger grooves on them. I just feel like it gives me a better grip on the gun. So anyway, we'll get into cleaning this thing now. Okay, so I use just a very basic cleaning kit. I think everybody's a little bit different in the way that they clean their pistols, but Hop's Elite Gun Cleaner, I really like their products. Go ahead and give a little bit of spray down the barrel. I'm going to take the coarse brush, push it through and back, get in the grooves of the rifling. Just run a couple of those through there. I'll swap out to the soft brush, pick up some of that grit and grime. And most of the grit and grime on this gun right now is probably from my clothes, just lint. Those of you that carry every day know how that stuff can accumulate. So it looks like the barrel has gotten pretty clean at this point. This gun has been incredibly reliable for me. I've probably put easily 2,000 rounds through it, and never had any sort of a malfunction. And that's, to me, unheard of. Even with my more expensive Kimbers, they required a break-in period. This gun, you know, they said break-in period, but I never had a single issue with it. Clean the recoil spring a little bit. Clean this bushing. Probably doesn't really need it, but as long as I've got it apart, may as well take care of it. The bottom, the lower part of this gun is extremely lightweight, as you would expect from a 3-inch subcompact 1911. Ammunition for my everyday carry is typically Hornady Critical Defense. I think it's a 180 grain hollow point. It's got an insert in the hollow point to keep it from clogging the hollow point, preventing expansion. I've never chronoed out of this particular gun. I want to say it's probably 950 feet per second with a 180 grain projectile, which has some serious thump. So this is my first go at YouTube. I think I'm doing it more out of pandemic boredom than anything. I'm fortunate. I have not lost my job. My wife did get laid off. She's a school teacher at a private school, and was laid off in March of 2020. We keep hoping that she'll get called back, but it's not looking real optimistic considering the spike in COVID cases. You know, but I count ourselves as fortunate that I'm at least still able to keep my job, keep on working. But I see a lot of people in my community that are really struggling, and it's heartbreaking. Nobody should have to go through this. Nobody should have to wonder if they're going to be able to put food on the table. You can see that feed ramp's a little bit on the dirty side here. So we are very fortunate, and my family's stayed healthy. We've done our best to avoid at all costs going out and been out to eat. Been certainly honing my cooking skills, although that was a little bit limited to top ramen. But I've been watching some Gordon Ramsay videos, trying to learn how to broaden my horizon a little bit. Well, as you can see, the gun was really not very dirty. I mean, we had a couple patches that were a little dirty, but nothing too bad. Now we're going to go ahead and oil it up. Just like to give it a little spritz of oil down in the trigger and hammer mechanisms. A little lubrication on the side. Firing pin. And now we're going to put this thing back together, which putting a 1911 back together is a little bit more tricky than taking it down, for sure. I really enjoy the 1911 platform. It to me is extremely reliable. This gun has taken a licking. I've dropped it. It's fallen into mud. It goes out on the lake with me. Now we got to get this lined up just right to put the pin in. This was one of the hardest things for me to get right when I first started using the 1911 platform, is getting that retaining pin in there without scratching the heck out of the gun. Now my hands are slippery because of the gun oil. There we go. And that is pretty much that. This gun is very tight. It's a great shooter. Really enjoy it. But anyway, that's my Colt Defender 45 takedown and light cleaning. I hope you guys enjoyed the video.